Good day, everyone. Before we start our lesson, let me first share this Bible verse in Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. So, everyone who wants to share your reflection or understanding about this verse, and just raise your hand. Janish.
Hello.
Yes, Miss Janish.
Okay. So Second Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. So I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race and I have kept the faith. So this verse itong verse na to is nagpapahiwatig or nagre-remind sa atin na whatever happens, we should uh, fought or fight the battle na ating haharapin araw-araw. So, how are we going to fight the battle? So, we are going to fight the battle, of course, with the Lord. Kailangan nating labanan yun, nakasama ang Panginoon. Kasi alam naman natin, in the very beginning pa lang, dun pa lang sa time ni Abraham, God already declared that we are going to overcome everything. So, kumbaga, dineclare na niya. Tapos, yun, dineclare na niya sa Old Testament at yun ay applicable pa rin hanggang ngayon sa New Testament, which is us. And I have finished the race. So, ito yung kumbaga, when you are, kumbaga napunta ka na sa ating paroroonan, which is the heaven, God's will, yun yung masasabi mo sa sarili mo na I have fought the good fight and I have finished the race. And magagawa mo lamang yun kung meron ka talagang faith sa Kanya. Kung meron kang faith sa Panginoon, because that is what all we need, yung faith natin sa Kanya. Because even Abraham kept his faith so that he would be able to receive the promise of the Lord that He will give Abraham a son. So, di ba, sobrang tagal na binigay ng Diyos si Isaac dun sa kanila. But even though how long it is, binigay pa rin yun ng Panginoon. It's because Abraham kept his faith to the Lord. And marami pa, pati na rin si Hannah, yung mga prayers ni Hannah. So si Daniel in the lion's den, di ba? They all kept their faith in God para malabanan nila yung mga literal kasi yung nangyayari sa Old Testament and in the New Testament. So we all need faith in order to overcome the circumstances, in order to overcome the obstacle or the mga challenges or struggles na ating kakaharapin araw-araw or sa susunod na mga araw. So yun lang.
Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Janice, for sharing your reflection about this verse. But before we proceed to our discussion, let me also share my own reflection. So this verse reflects my life as a Christian, a mother, and an online learning student. So balancing my studies, family's responsibilities, and household duties is not easy. So there are times when time management becomes very difficult, especially while answering modules, attending online classes, and meeting deadlines. But despite the struggles and challenges, I continue to stay strong and fight for the dreams I want to achieve for myself, for my life, for my family rather. And as a Christian, this verse reminds me to stay strong and keep my faith in God during difficult times. Whenever I feel tired and discouraged, I pray and ask God for His strength, wisdom, and guidance. I believe that He will never leave me as I continue this journey. As a mother, my family is my greatest inspiration. They are the reason why I keep going despite the sacrifices, sleepless nights, and challenges I experience. So all of my hard work is for their future and for the better life I want to give them. So this verse inspires me to continue fighting the good fight, finish my journey with determination, and remain faithful to God no matter how hard life becomes. So and that's all everyone. I hope that we will always keep this verse in our minds and heart while we continue fighting the problems and challenges in our lives, especially in our studies. I know that with God nothing is impossible. We just need to trust Him always. Now, let us move on to our discussion. So, everyone, have you ever encountered unfamiliar words while reading a news article or an online articles, reading stories, what story, or browsing social media, and even reading your modules? So, okay. So sometimes, when we read and encounter unfamiliar words, it becomes difficult for us to understand the sentence better. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that is exactly what we are going to learn today. And our lesson for today is all about context clues. But before we continue our discussion, let us first look at our objective first. At the end of this lesson, you should able to identify context clues in sentence, determine the meaning of unfamiliar words using context clues, appropriate the importance of context clues in reading. Okay, so today we will define context clues, provide different examples of the types of context clues, practice how to identify context clues in a text. So what are context clues? So context clues are hints or pieces of information found in a sentence or paragraph that help us understand unfamiliar words. So imagine that you are a detective gathering clues from the sentence around the unknown word to make an educated guess about its definition. And there are different types of context clause. First is definition clause. Second, synonym clause. Third, antonym clause. And fourth is inference clause. So our first type is definition clause. Definition clause are words or phrases in a sentence that directly give the meaning of an familiar word. So example, the arboretum, a place where trees are grown, is beautiful. So everyone, what do you think is the meaning of arboretum? Anyone, just raise your hand. Anyone, what is the meaning of arboretum? Okay, Miss K.
So arboretum is a place where trees are grown.
Okay, very good. That's right. So the sentence already gives the definition of the word. Okay, so let's proceed. Number two, synonym context clause. So synonym context clause are words in the sentence that have the same or similar meaning to the unfamiliar word. So like for example, she was elated or very happy after winning. So the question is, what is the meaning of elated? Okay, Miss K.
So elated means happy, means very happy.
Okay, good job. Your answer is correct. Thank you so much, Miss K. So the phrase of very happy help us understand that elated means very happy. Okay, so let's proceed. Uh, Antonym clause. So the third type is antonym clause. Antonym clause are words in the sentence that give the opposite meaning of the unfamiliar word. So like for example, unlike his timid brother, Marco is brave. So what is the meaning of timid? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Yes, Miss Kanyiti.
Okay, ma'am. Shy or not brave?
Very good. So, since
Thank
brave
you,
is
ma'am.
the opposite of timid, we can understand that timid means shy or not confident. Not next. Okay, so the fourth type is inference clause. So inference clause are hints in the sentence that help us guess the meaning of a word using logic and understanding of the situation. So like for example, after carrying heavy boxes all day, Carlo felt exhausted. So what is the meaning of exhausted?
Excuse me, ma'am. I answer.
Okay, Miss Kanyete.
For me, it's the answer is very tired.
Okay, very good, Miss Kanyete. So
Thank you,
we can
ma'am.
infer that exhausted means very tired based on the situation. So, okay, everyone, in conclusion, context clues are important strategies that help learners understand unfamiliar words without always using a dictionary. So, through this lesson, students learn how to identify different types of context clues, such as definition, synonym, antonym, and inference clues. So, these strategies improve reading comprehension, critical thinking, and vocabulary development. So, I have here prepared five multiple choice items, and if you are done answering, just comment your answers in call messages. So here's question number one. Are you done, everyone? Just okay. So let's proceed. Number two. Okay, so here's the number three. Are you done, guys? Okay, so here's the number four.
Loud mo din.
Okay, so last number five. Okay, so itatype ko na lang po yung answer kasi nawala sa PowerPoint. Okay, so who got house five? The answers is in the info messages. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for participating. I hope that you learned something today about context clues. Always remember that reading carefully help us understand unfamiliar words better. So thank you and God bless us all. And here is the reference.